Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things Canvas. In case you're new, my name is Lauren and I'm the Canvas Queen. We love to discuss all things Canvas LMS and teaching related on this channel, and I am so excited for today's video. I have partnered with a wonderful company called Cidi Labs, and I just can't wait for you guys to see all the amazing things this tool does within Canvas. But before, of course, we get into the video, I'd absolutely appreciate it and love it if you would like this video, share it with a friend, and of course, subscribe, stick around for a while because I'm gonna keep posting content until I can't post content anymore. All right, this is definitely a special treat, special episode for you guys, so let's get into the video. All right, I'm so excited to be with Brad from Cidi Labs today. He's going to show us some really cool course design features. Buckle up, everybody, because this is going to be a fun one. So, Brad, introduce yourself. Tell us all about you and Cidi Labs.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. And what's up, Canvas Queen followers out there? How fun is this? Lauren and I think we've been buds for a little while now, and we got to meet in person at InstructureCon, some other conferences. But I'm Brad Moser. And I used to work in the Blue Valley School District as the director of blended learning. And I've been using Canvas. Lauren, I've been using Canvas for like a long time, almost 10 years.
That's awesome.
So I'm coming up on my 10-year user badge. I don't know if they give badges, but that'd be awesome.
That would be a good badge. They should do that.
That'd be fun. I now work for Cidi Labs. And so I left the school district last year to join Cidi Labs, partly because I love designing, I love using Canvas, and Cidi Labs actually gives us some more tools for our tool belt, and that's what I'm going to share.
Awesome. So for my audience, as you know, is I would say majority K-12 educators, teachers. And so many of them, I know that Cidi Labs is super popular within like the Canvas and structure tech world, but for those who are not super familiar, could you just kind of give like a basic maybe definition or overview before you demo the amazing tool?
Yeah, so Cidi Labs creates some instructional design tools to help teachers style their courses, make them look pretty, make the content look better, and more engaging for students. And I'd say the other thing is, you start in Canvas with a blank page, a blank canvas. And so we bring the color to Canvas is something that's awesome. And we do it without having to code anything.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, I know you are also like a person who enjoys code. But if you're not, this is a great tool for teachers who want to implement that engagement course design piece.
Yeah. Well, let's dive in here. So we're looking at a Canvas, homepage. Cidi Labs helps you add some color right to your page, again, without knowing any code. So I'm going to go through some, an example and a couple other page examples, but then I really want to just open it up and like show you the actual, like, here's how this operates. Cause that's where I think teachers, they need the support in terms of reducing time to build stuff that looks nice and pretty. And for district leaders that are watching too, you can provide some consistent templates so that all your teachers, no matter the skill level, can have these great tools. So let me just highlight some of this stuff. This is a banner title, so this is editable and it's responsive in design. It has a little subtitle and prefix.
I love that at the top.
The little pill, and it's simple, but it's hard to do that with CSS. And so with our tool, you just click a button called theme, and immediately you have a banner title, which is really, really nice. We also have headers and these navigation links, which are really slick. It makes it feel more websitey, and kids know how to navigate websites, and so providing a resource like that. I also want to highlight, these are little icons that they're
fun.
You can drop and find the icon that really meets what you're trying to build for your buttons and also for your headers on your page. So that's really nice. Okay, Lauren, what do you notice about this kind of chunk, this content block here versus maybe this content block here? You notice any style difference?
So you definitely have like a div for the background where all the text is. Do you actually have an embedded module on the page? That is so cool.
Both of these. So I'll highlight this div first. I know it's simple, but you can quickly or easily background, color, change the background color on different content blocks. You can add captions on your images. is. And
Very
this is
cool.
subtle. And you showed this in one of your recent videos, I feel like, talking about adjusting the padding between
Yep.
image and text. So again, we're doing all this without doing any code. So I'll show you that here in a minute.
That's
And by
insane.
far, it's insane. I love it. And this is one of my favorite little elements. We call this the module list. So this is
Wow.
embedding the modules directly on the page, on any page, but in this case, the home page. So students can come in here, go to module 4, and then dive directly to the assignments that that they need to access.
That's amazing. They can like toggle through all of the different modules and it pops up on the homepage. That's so
On the
cool.
homepage, and they're
Yeah.
linked. We're gonna go build this page essentially, if that sounds good for you.
Yes. I'm
Um,
so excited.
So we'll build a page using the MultiTool. So this is also a integration or plugin. It's called Design Plus. You get the sidebar, which I'll show you in a minute. You also get this MultiTool, and the MultiTool has a template builder, a module builder, due date modifier, announcement modifier, which is great. So we're just going to work ourselves through this briefly here. We'll start with some page templates. So in this case, we can have an assignment template or a discussion template. I've built a few templates already, but let me just build one from scratch. We'll build a new like homepage template. So in this case, I'm going to call this my homepage template, and we'll open that up. And now what you'll notice is this is Canvas. You have just normal Canvas, but then with our tools, we get this great sidebar add-on. And typically it's hidden with this little rocket ship. And when you click on it, boom, boom, it opens that thing up. And now we can add all those great widgets that like we saw before. So I'm going to start with some of the getting started section here. We've classified it to help teachers begin with our tools. But if you know what you're doing, you can just pop in and add whatever you'd like. This is the style section where you customize the style of whatever it is on the page. This is the add section. We have an accessibility section to check some of the page content, because accessibility matters. It's huge. If kids can't access this, especially those who rely on screen readers or other things to access the content, it's huge. So that's really nice help. There's a little help section, and then we have advanced for those of you, Lauren, you would like this, like HTML editor. It lets you drill down without having to really go into this side here and get all crazy. You can kind of cherry pick your HTML tags, which is really awesome. So let's start at the beginning, applying a theme. So I click the theme button, and immediately I have that banner title on the page. And so over here, I can add a banner image because we want to, drop an image into the page. And so I have a banner title. I now have a banner image. Maybe I want the link grid as well. So I'll go ahead and add the link grid. So now I have all three of those elements
That was
ready
in
to go.
seconds.
In
That
seconds.
was
And
amazing.
teachers, you know how you hate having to do this to make more screen real estate to edit your, the content in Canvas? We have a little full screen button that just lets you get a full screen view of all your stuff. Okay, that's great, right? That's awesome. But you can also take this theme and style it from a variety of styles that we've created. So here's a little preview of some of these styles. When you like one that you're like, man, I really like, bookmark 2, or maybe I want this circle left 2. You can click on it, and it changes your style of the content in the page. So now I'm using, that new theme. Let me review. This is the homepage I'm going after. So it looks like I need to get back into, I think it's flat section 2. There we go, flat section 2. So I'm trying to recreate this homepage, but I'm doing it in my demo course. The next thing I'm going to do is put my cursor in the next little section down here. Go ahead and add an element. And this time we're going to add a content block. Content blocks are basically a header with then a little paragraph below it. What's really nice about content blocks, you can change the name over here. We were calling this one welcome. You can also choose icons to add to your content block. We have 2,000 keyword indexed icons. Let's see if we can find a little welcome mat.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so these are fun. Maybe it's the home page, or maybe there's a little welcome door. The door is open, right, for welcome. And so you can add your content blocks and just, really combine editing content in Canvas with the rich content editor, along with styling stuff from the Design Plus sidebar. What's really cool too is you can predefine some of your content blocks. Maybe you want to use one that is an image with caption. I can predefine that in a customizations course, and instead of having to rebuild that every time, I can just apply that image with captions, and now I have this little image with caption content block, kind of like the one we see here, right? The welcome with the image with captions.
Let's say I like this specific picture with the caption. You're saying like I can save that into my maybe personal library of this tool?
The teacher can save that in their own sort of personal content block page, but the district can also save some and put it at the sub account. And
Okay.
then any course in that sub account can grab that same content block and drop it into the page. In terms of this image, let's go ahead and just grab an image. This is called the upload an image tool. All three of these tools you're looking at, the multi-tool, this image tool, the sidebar, are all part of the Design Plus package here. You can upload images. You can use Unsplash to find images. So let me just find one real quick that's similar. These are real high quality images that you might want to use in your course. So this one's kind of fun. I'm going to look at the image size. That's absolutely way too huge. So we automatically resize it, but you can also crop the image and you can choose different ratios to crop. So this just helps, ensure that the image looks good on the page. There we are, a little 4:3. We're going to crop it. You can rename it, give it some alt text, and then choose where it goes and add that to your course. So that's another tool that's really helpful to just find those images that meet what you're trying to do within your course. I don't know why this guy's not resizing for me. So I'm going to try one more thing. I can resize it within our tool here too. Let's drop it to like 150. There we go. So you can see we have dark overlay caption, light overlay, or you can just, get rid of it and put it at the bottom of the image. So that's kind of nice if you're doing captioning. And then we have all these crop options. So if you want,
so you can like do frames essentially.
yeah, frames with, some borders and shadows. And for you, Lauren, you would be like, well, I just want to get in there and actually like make my own frame. So you can also go to the style editor and then you can continue to sort of edit with borders and styles, and maybe you change the shadow effect or you want different colors. So there's a whole bunch of other advanced tools you can do for those that really want to get crazy, but that's not for today. I mentioned this earlier. See the advanced editor?
Yeah.
So instead of hitting this button, you can stay on this page, hit the advanced editor, and now you get your HTML over here. And what's really cool is if I hover over these tags up here, it's going to highlight on the page what div you're dealing with, so you can quickly target specifically those HTML tags, to do your adjustments. And the other thing is you can go to the attributes. So for example, for my image, we've given it a couple styles, but if you wanted to, style it yourself, I know you've showed this before, like padding.
Yes. I love this because this makes it a lot, like if you are someone who doesn't code very well because it's all you have to read through everything, this really organizes it for you simply.
Let me do one. Background color, right? Let's just do a crazy color.
Blue.
So you can see that's an easy way to change, right? And do a little bit of custom coding again without having to drill too deep into the craziness of the code. So
awesome.
That's for those advanced users out there. It's rad. I love that tool. All right, let's go back. So we got this welcome image. I don't have the exact same one. Okay, we got the bike riders. Now we're going to look at adding the module list. So again, I'm going to come here and at the bottom down below, I'm going to say add, and we're going to search for module list. So here it is, navigation.
So easy.
So easy. Oh, interesting. This course that I'm demoing doesn't have any modules in it. So I need to build some modules. We're going to come back to that. The last thing I'm going to add at the very bottom, let's go ahead and put a paragraph below that module list. I'll add the user details here. This is cool. It automatically pulls your icon. It pulls your name, your role, your email. You can add a phone number or not add a phone number, right? Add another contact, maybe your X handle or your Facebook, whatever. You probably aren't putting that in there for your students to follow you on those socials, but that's kind of a nice little add-on. So let me go back to, because we don't have any modules, right? So I'll just save this little template. Boom, there we are. We got a nice little template ready to go. Remember, we were just making a little page template. And back in our multi-tool, right, there's our page template. I've done that with some of these other pages. So like, for example, I have this reading template that I've already put some content blocks. This one's got a reading block and a lecture block, a progress indicator. So I've already applied some of those things to these other templates. So moving along to module builder back in the multi-tool. I don't have any modules, so we're going to create some. Let's call these by week. So let's create, a 5-week course starting at, where am I at? Starting at number 1. Lauren, tell me, in a typical class, and if it, say middle school, what's the typical module pattern would you see? What does a module typically look like?
Oh yeah, I think it's different different depending on your subject. I found best for me an overview of the lesson page, and then what would come next would be like a warm up, right? Like something that introduces the lesson, and then there would be a lot of like student led activities to follow after that.
Okay, so maybe student-led activities. Typically, that would be a Canvas assignment.
And then
Let's
maybe end with a quiz,
let's
like a
do a quiz
summative.
at the end. I like it. I like it. You can also add, a discussion. Let's say there's an online discussion as part of this sort of student-led part. So basically, what I've done is I created the pattern for what my module might look like. I've even added some titles to some of these pieces. We're going to have the prefix called week, and then over here I'm going to assign a template to these because I don't want to build them from scratch. I want them to start with those templates we created earlier. I have an overview template, so we'll use that one for the overview
Cool.
page. I have a bell work template, so we want that to be submitted online. We're going to give them 10 points. It's going to be complete, incomplete. Assignments, we want them to submit it. We'll call it the homepage template we just built.
This is so cool because you're doing everything that usually requires multiple steps all on this one page.
All on one page. You're
Yeah.
right. We just saved, I don't know how much time, but we just
A
saved
lot of time.
a lot of time. So watch this. I'm going to generate this list, and now we're going to have a preview of every week's module. Before we make the module, we can come in here and tweak this. So for example, week 1, we might call this the welcome to class, and then I can further tweak this. So maybe week 1, we don't have a quiz in here. And maybe I want a module header. I'm going to indent that. It says, coming up. Week 2, right? We're warming up now, warming up. Week 3, almost there. You get it, right? You can tweak the name of all these things. Maybe there's another assignment that we needed to add, into this module or not. So you tweak all these things, associate them with templates or not. You don't have to. And then when you're ready, save your progress if you need to come back tomorrow, or just hit add to the course. And when we do that, you can see that it's now creating that content.
So cool.
From the templates. And so now we have created and added to the module all this content. So before we would have to duplicate, we'd have to change the names of those duplication, copy to and -1 and all the things. And now with the MultiTool and Design Plus, in a matter of moments, I have a 5-week course ready to actually have real content added to each one of those activities. So
that's amazing. And like you have basically all of the designs done, right? Because you chose all of your templates already.
Yeah, so I'll click in week 1 here, right? So here's week 1 overview page. And if you notice, okay, this is the week 1 overview. This one's got the nice lesson objectives in the accordions. And then I didn't show you this, Lauren, but I added the progress indicator. So this is dynamic for students when they go to page 2. And if we've added that indicator down there, so now they can see they're on page 2 of this module that has 5 items there. So I can kind of click through and we can see kind of the page. There's the one we just built.
Yeah,
this is cool too. Look at the name.
Week 1. Oh, it did that all on its own. That's so cool.
All on its own. It's awesome.
I think this would be so useful for K-12 schools because it's just so engaging. And again, it's like that. I'm always for teacher time savers, and this would be a huge teacher time saver.
That honestly, I took the jump from a district leader into this space because I've seen the value of the time it saves for teachers. And honestly, the fun it brings to building out your content. Because that's what we love Canva, right? We love Google Slides and PowerPoints because it lets us design something that's just, it's fun and pretty and good. And you want to share that. I don't know a teacher that doesn't want to do something rad for their students. And if we can save them time in doing that, boom, I'm all in. And that's why I'm sharing these things from Cidi Labs, to be honest.
Absolutely. Canvas magic.
It's Canvas magic. I know. I like to say, dude, I wish it could be more like Canva, but in Canva, right?
I was actually, when you showed me all of those frames, I was like, this really reminds me a lot of Canva.
I can go back and show that module list because we didn't have any modules in the first place. Let me just drop that in since I said we needed to add that thing. So module list on that page. Notice that it now shows me all the modules that are available for me to put in front of my students.
Mm-hmm.
I can say, hey, just add all the links to the course. So now in its basic form, it gives me the links to those modules. That's great. We have some power ups over here. You can make it so that the module that is showing first, in this case, would be the one that the students need to complete next if you have your completion requirements. This one is you can set active range for each module. So what this means is, I'm going to click on this so you can see how this one would let you as a teacher define when this module should be showing on the homepage. So
very cool.
A 2-week module. So maybe we're going to run it between those 2 weeks, and then we're going to come, the 11th to the 22nd, and then the 25th, through the 29th. Whenever they load this page, it checks the dates. And if it's in that date, then that's the module that's going to be showing first on the page. We can add to this and change how these links appear. So right now it's just the link. Make them large buttons.
Fun.
We can make them a vertical list, or what I think we liked was actually this advanced view where we actually are populating the actual module itself on the page. So now we're getting the link to every item in the module. And we have a variety of flavors, right? You can do accordions or expanders. Now they would pop open something like that.
That's cool too.
Or the side pill. I like this sort of left-hand option, right? So you can kind of click down the side. So there's a variety of those. This style are the same styles we use for any of our accordions as well. So that's a lot to throw at you in the time, but Cidi Labs, if you like what you saw here, hit me up. You can just send me an email, brad@cidilabs.com, or come to our website, cidilabs.com, and then there's a little contact us or request a demo. That happy to partner with you guys.
That's so great. Thank you so much, Brad. I loved every minute of this. So excited to partner with Cidi Labs and to show all the teachers what can be possible.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Lauren. I appreciate it.
I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I also really want to thank Cidi Labs and Brad especially for demoing the amazing design tools that Cidi Lab has to offer. If you want to hear more information or get your own personal demo of Cidi Labs, feel free to check out all the information within the description of this video. I'll see you guys on the next one.